Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is TakeaG. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. You guys, it has been 2 years since I've made this video, which means it's been 2 years since I lived in Charlotte, North Carolina. And what can I say? I've been loving it ever since, like the day I first started. Oh y'all, I forgot my coffee. Let me go get my coffee. So good. So anyways, without further ado, we're gonna get started. We're gonna jump straight into the pros and cons of living in Charlotte. So where should we start today, the pros or the cons? As if y'all can talk back to me. We're gonna start with the cons because last time I started with the pros. If you have not seen my first pros and cons / why I moved to Charlotte video, I have that tag somewhere in this video, probably like up there or something. And I'll also put a link to it in my description box, so make sure you check that out. And y'all, I don't have that much cons, but I do have some cons. So I'll go ahead and go over that with you guys. And I will be looking down occasionally because I do have my notes on my phone. So yeah, let's get started. So what I absolutely hate is Charlotte's traffic. We have bad traffic in Charlotte. If you leave the house around 5, the traffic is literally terrible on the highway, like terrible traffic. And of course, a lot of people is moving here. There's a lot to do in Charlotte. So it is always traffic and people are always on the road. So with traffic comes the next con, which is the bad car accidents. Charlotte has some bizarre car accidents, some car accidents that you just would never think of. I remember I was driving home and I seen a car just slap dead inside of a house, like it crashed inside the house. I'm looking like, the house is way off the road, so how did the car get there? So yeah, Charlotte has really bad accidents and it's like the weirdest accidents you'll ever see. We also have a bunch of dares, so you might end up hitting one of those, so you have to look out for that. Not only do you have to watch out for other drivers, but you also have to watch out for other dares. So accidents are terrible in Charlotte, like terrible. I've never seen accidents like how I see them here in Charlotte. I thought Miami had bad drivers, but Charlotte drivers are terrible. And the next thing is another thing. Actually, this should have been number 1 on the list. We no longer have free parking anywhere. Unless the establishment has a parking lot, Charlotte does not have free parking anywhere. Anywhere. We do not have free parking. Unless the establishment have a parking lot connected to it, we do not have free parking. Which is why I hate Uptown. Parking is terrible. Always terrible. It's rare you're gonna find free parking. And I hate going in the parking garage. I feel like the parking garage is so dangerous for women, but that's what you get in Uptown. Along with like South End and all those areas, we do not have free parking in Charlotte at all. As a matter of fact, my apartment barely has free parking. I remember one time I came home really late and I couldn't find a parking spot, so I parked in a parking spot I wasn't supposed to park. But I mean, I live here, so I was like, I can park there if I want to park there. But anyways, I was told, and I had to pay a $500 fee to get my car back. I was told from the place that I live. So y'all, Charlotte's parking is no joke. They tow you in 3.5 seconds. You get a ticket in 3.5 seconds. So always be on the lookout. You have to pay for parking, okay? So your best bet is using a scooter, taking Lyft, Uber, or carpooling with somebody, because the parking is terrible. I hate the parking. I hate walking long distances because I'm always wearing heels. So yeah, the parking is actually number 1 on my list. We have no free parking. The cost of living is pretty high in Charlotte, but I know that's different for everyone, so I didn't want to really throw that one out there. But in my opinion, I believe the cost of living is high because it is a lot higher than where I'm from, Jacksonville, Florida. I know the prices are rising everywhere, but I feel like Charlotte is really high. I love Charlotte though. The cost of living is just a lot higher than Jacksonville. Compared to other places, you guys might say it's affordable, but to me it's pretty high. For example, I have a 1-bedroom, 1-bath around the $2,000 range. So to me, I feel like that's high for a 1-bedroom. Yeah. Of course, this is my first place, so yeah. I remember I went to move out a long time ago and I just don't remember apartments being this high. So in my opinion, the cost of living is pretty high. You might want to do research. It might be different for you, especially if you're coming from like New York or California. It might be pretty affordable. Like my best friend, she moved from New York and she's just smooth sailing. She thinks everything is affordable here. So yeah, it's relative. It changes for everybody, so make sure you do your research. It also depends on what area you decide to live in when you move to Charlotte. So yeah, make sure you do your research, know where you want to live. To me, the cost of living is higher. And the last thing that I hate is getting so crowded in Charlotte. Like, everyone is moving to Charlotte. Charlotte is getting really crowded because everyone's moving to Charlotte. That's why everything is so high. Cause like Charlotte is where you need to be now. I love Charlotte, y'all. I don't see myself moving from Charlotte no time soon unless the Lord tells me to, of course. But as of right now, y'all, I love Charlotte. I love everything about Charlotte. So yeah, those were my personal cons, things that I don't like about Charlotte. And now for the pros. As you guys know, Charlotte is up and coming, so everything here is pretty much brand new. From the restaurants, the homes, the things to do, the places to go, everything is pretty much new. Like this apartment that I'm living in, it is 3 years old, so it's pretty new. Everything is new. That is why it's so high, because everything is new, everything is modernized. So that's something that I really do enjoy about Charlotte. And pro number 2, there's tons of business opportunities in Charlotte. Since Charlotte is now developing, whatever that idea is that you have, you can come to Charlotte and pretty much make a business out of it, because chances are we probably don't have it yet since it is still developing. We have a lot of things, because when I say it like that, it sounds like we don't have anything. We have a lot of things, but you have a better chance at starting something here since everything is, you know, now developing, up and coming. You have a good chance of starting something. Now with that point, I'm also going to go into the job market. Charlotte has a great job market. There's tons of things to do, especially if you're in tech and finance. Charlotte has a great job market, so there's good job security here. My third pro goes mainly on the fun side, which is the fact that we have professional sports team, we have a hockey team, a basketball team, a baseball team, and a soccer team. So let me read it out here because I don't know these by heart. We have the Carolina Panthers, which is our football team, the Charlotte Hornets, which is our basketball team, the Charlotte Knights, which is our baseball team, the Charlotte Checkers, which is our hockey team, and the Charlotte FC soccer team. So whatever you're into, we got it here in Charlotte. Fourth pro is you always have something to do in Charlotte. No matter what you're into, you always have something to do. It is very diverse. Remember, everyone is moving to Charlotte. It's rare that you'll find someone who was actually born and raised in Charlotte. For example, I've been here for 3 years. I've only found one person, which is one of my good friends. He was actually born and raised here. But it is rare you find that. So you have a good mixture of cultures, a good mixture of things to do. I know we have a Caribbean festival, we have a Spanish festival, so it's just different things to do. And I love it. Charlotte has a great social scene for literally every single age range. Adults, children, elderly, everybody. They have something for you to do. It's always something to do here. So I'm always out exploring and just trying new things. For example, I'm into art, so the vlog that I'm about to put up, I went to a beautiful art event. We have something to do for everyone. We also have tons of rooftops. I love rooftops. We have tons of rooftops, and whatever you're into, just do the research and I bet you we have it. And of course, since a lot of people are moving into Charlotte, it is very easy to make friends. Charlotte has so many social events that if you're moving here by yourself, it is so easy to make friends. Just literally go somewhere and someone is bound to talk to you. So the social scene is really good. The nightlife is really good. To me, coming from Jacksonville, you guys, we didn't have anything. So coming here, I think the nightlife is pretty good. Things are open late, so it's always easy to grab a bite, in my opinion. Y'all know I don't be on the turn up scene because I'm always in church. Like, there's literally always something to do at my church. So it's rare that I'll be out for the night scene. I'm trying to show you guys more of that. But for the most part, I'm usually always at church. We have revivals, we have shut-ins, we have church, we have Bible study and conferences. So I'm always at church. By the way, if you want to check out my church, make sure you check it out. I go to Kingdom City Church, which is always in my description box. We always have room for you there. It's always a good time. So if you're interested, make sure you check out my church. Another thing that I also enjoy is the fact that we have all 4 seasons. Again, I'm from Florida, so I'm just used to the sunny weather, which is really nice. I love warm weather. I actually enjoy seeing all 4 seasons. I enjoy seeing the trees turn to orange. I enjoy seeing the snow fall. I enjoy the sun. I enjoy the cherry blossoms. I enjoy it all. I'm like a nature girl. That's another reason I love Charlotte, because our nature scene is literally beautiful. Like, y'all, hiking up that mountain is everything for me. I get a little tired going up and down the mountain, but you guys, I love Crowder's Mountain. Like, our nature scene is one of a kind. I heard we had waterfalls. Not sure if that's true, but I heard we had waterfalls. If so, I'm gonna try to visit it in a vlog to like debunk that for you guys. So yeah, our nature scene is also really good. And my next pro is the housing market is pretty good. If you're currently in the market to find a house, here is a great place to start. Since everything is upcoming, you're more likely to get a new built home depending on what side of town you would like to live on. So Charlotte's housing market is really good. Yeah. And you guys, the last thing I forgot to mention on my con sheet was the taxes. Charlotte has really high taxes, and you have to pay taxes on literally everything, y'all. I've recently purchased a new car here in Charlotte, and I didn't realize it was something extra I had to pay. So y'all, that just took me by surprise. Yeah, that was my last thing. It was supposed to go on my con sheet. The taxes in Charlotte is really high, so you're gonna want to make sure you pay attention to that, because you do have to pay taxes on everything. So with that being said, everything in Charlotte costs. Yeah, that was my personal pros and cons of living in Charlotte. I literally love it here. I don't regret my move at all. And if you haven't checked out my last video, make sure you check that out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you let me know what you would like to see next. Also, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video.